People once thought letters changed. Some say that Hangul is evolving, but in truth, it is people who are changing while Hangul remains as it always has. 500 years ago, King Sejong invented an alphabet that could easily be used by the people. Overnight, the people began to speak, write, and read in Hangul. The information society of the 21st century is all about speed. Hangul ensures a national competitiveness. The letters of Hangul are phonetic signs, and they can be convenient for nations without alphabets.
Global alphabet, 영어로 말하면 global alphabet.
Hangul has been added to the World Heritage Registry. An excellent language is always reborn into a cultural heritage. A sound-based alphabet, Hangul is providing us with wings for the future.
한글이 갖고 있는 또 다른 에너지 아니면 그 문화 콘텐츠로서의 한글.
It is now time to discover the value of Hangul. Cutting-edge technology that's representative of the 21st century all comes together. At a glance, you can see how Korea has changed from being one of the poorest countries in the world to a leading nation for information technology and communications in just 50 years. From the internet to DMB to Wibro to cell phones, you can see how Korea has been able to lead the world in the IT sector. In the past half-century, Korea has risen to become the second strongest IT nation. It's come a long way from the days it lacked resources and manpower. Korea is also the third and fourth producer of cell phones in the world. 7 out of 10 people in Korea now use cell phones. Another notable phenomenon is that more people are text messaging than making calls. These are members of the so-called thumb tribe. Kids feel more comfortable text messaging than talking.
시작하면 한 손으로 보냅니다. 자, 준비, 시작!
With your thumbs and a cell phone, you're all set to communicate. If you already have the 24 consonants and vowels in your head, you'll have no trouble text messaging with one hand. It's as fast as talking, and text messaging has caught on like wildfire for this generation. 160 million messages a day, 4 per person. This has certainly become a permanent method of communication. The reality is that a sentence written with 99 strokes can be completed in 34 seconds. Korea is a country of text messengers, and this is possible because of the scientific and simple alphabet of Hangul.
하루에요? 100건 정도.
통화보다 문자가 더 편하게 생각되고요. 그리고 문자가 좀 더 싸서요.
The amount of text messaging is increasing with great speed in other countries too. But just how convenient and speedy is it?
I love you.
Which language is easier to use in the keypad? Well, honestly, judging from the speed of a lot of Korean people as they type messages, I think Korean is a lot easier to use the text keypad for. For ABCs, it's like some of them you have to hit 3 or 4 times just to get to your letter. And then a lot of times it's space over to the next one because you're going to use letters on the same key. So to a large degree, I think it'd be easier to type in Hangul than it is in English.
私は
It's more complicated for Japan. They have to work with elements of kana, the Roman letters, and Chinese characters. Users first input the way a word sounds and then convert it to Chinese characters.
ひらがなで打つと ハングルのようにスペースがないので読むことが少し大変です。なので漢字に変えなくてはなりません。
I.
Things aren't so simple in China either, whose culture represents the source of all Chinese characters. First, Roman letters are input according to the way a word sounds, and then the corresponding character is chosen, so the effort is doubled or tripled.
就是像在英语中的那种音标一样，就是帮助发音的，就是拼音。
With Hangul, there's no need to think twice. This convenience is what has given Korea a competitive edge over Japan and China in this IT era. When IT met with Hangul, the IT industry of Korea accelerated. The first and initial stride was made by a company called Hansoft. Like the Roman alphabet, Hangul letters are phonetic symbols, and the digitalization of Hangul has brought about the success of Korea's IT industry. In its 10th year, the million-copy selling Hansoft suddenly announces its sale. The domestic word processing program had crumbled in the face of a giant called Microsoft.
그 당시 한글과 컴퓨터가 회사를 마이크로소프트한테 돈을 지원받기로 했다. 그리고 회사를 넘기겠다. 발표를 했었는데 그 당시가 그 98년 6월 15일이었어요. 그때는 이제 IMF 직후였고 모든 기업들이 긴축 경영을 하고 있었고 제일 중요한 거는 그 당시에는 그 IT라는 개념이 많지가 않았어요.
As MS actively advanced into the Korean industry in 1992, controversy spread across the Korean word processing market.
자존심 문제도 있었고 그다음에 우리나라가 그 일본, 중국 같은 비슷한 한자 문화권 국가로 워드 프로세스가 이제 진출할 경우에는 상당히 골치 아파지게 되는 거죠.
The domestic word processing program was designed based on the individual recognition of consonants and vowels. MS didn't have a chance if they were going to compete with Hansoft with regards to convenience or efficiency, so they decided to compete with mass amounts of their product. Hansoft was on the verge of disappearing.
정말 내 직장이 안 됐구나, 앞으로 어렵겠구나라는 생각을 갖고 있었지만 주변의 분들이 더 많이 걱정을 해주셨어요. 한컴이 이러면 안 된다, 한컴이 잘 돼야 된다, 아니면 뭐 이런 걱정을 해주셨고.
The people took a stand. They recognized Hangul as a property of the nation, and movements started across the country, accumulating 10 billion won. In about a month, contracts with Microsoft were canceled, and Hansoft created the popular edition of 8.15. This was a dramatic change of events. The domestic word processor was revived. Illegal copying, the cause of the initial weakening, was also dealt with.
아마 전 세계적으로 아마 없었을걸요, 그런 사례가. 그렇지 않겠어요? 일본 이치로 뭐 캐나다 코렐 그런 거를 M&A 할 때 그 나라 국민들은 그거에 대해서 뭐 우리 자존심을 사가네, 뭐 팔리네 막 이렇게 막 난리치지 않았어요. 그냥 그랬나 보다. 별로 반응이 없었는데 우리나라만큼은 이례적으로 뜨거웠죠. MS에서도 굉장히 많이 놀랐을 거예요.
Japan is another country that guards its word processor market just as Korea did. Microsoft had already begun to test the waters of the Japanese market a year before targeting Korea. Massive numbers of programs were distributed for free for elementary, middle, high school, and university students. 10 years have passed without much resistance, and currently the number of MS Word users reaches a 90% rate. Ichitaro is a representative of Japan's domestic word processors. At one point, the program dominated 70 to 80% of the market, but now it's holding on by just a thread.
日本の例えば政府の機関とかだとその ATOC を使っているところとそうではない IME っていうマイクロソフトの変換システムを使っているこれは多分半々ぐらいだと思うんですね。やっぱり使いやすさから見るとやっぱりこっちなんですけども逆にやっぱり日本語表現に強い反面その英語を普通の日本語に直したような言葉には逆に言うと弱くて海外の方が 英語を日本語に翻訳ソフトとかで変換した場合にこのようにこれで出てくるような綺麗な表現っていうのが出てこないんですよ。なもんで、それは使い分けていただくようになってますね。
The fact is, Ichitaro is not widely used.
韓国と大きく違うのは、店頭で売っているソニーですとか NEC、そういったパソコンを購入するとメイスオフィスがすでに搭載されて販売しているというような販売形態をとっています。そういった形でパソコンの台数イコールほぼマイクロソフトのオフィス、エクセル、ですね、ワードといったところが導入されていっているのに対して我々はこういったパッケージで販売しているという形ですので、範囲風形態の違いからですね、シェアというのはかなり差がついているのではないかなとは思っております。
In China, it's a different story. China has been budding as a mass economic body, the potential leader of the next generation in the 21st century. Their difficult, complicated letters are a major hindrance in the digital age. The digital age lives and breathes with speed and precision, and the ideographic system of Chinese characters has never been fit for digital use. They say that it is difficult to learn all the Chinese characters, even in one lifetime. This is one reason for China's high illiteracy rate. Pinyin was the solution to this difficult problem. You write a word with Roman letters according to its pronunciation, and then you match it with Chinese characters.
5000年以后呢，变成是罗马字的这个拼音。这个拼音呢，可以走向世界化很大的一步跨出来了。那么，但是对于使用汉字的人来讲，还有不方便的地方，因为也有的人，就是老一点的年纪的，他并不熟悉这个拼音，那么他熟悉手写，所以那个输入部分除了拼音的输入方法以外，它还可以用手写体。那么手写体的那个变化很多，所以给识别会带来困难。
Jin Myung-won was a strong advocate of the disuse of Chinese characters, and he said that history will show that computers will prove Chinese characters to be of no help and will make way for sound-based letters. The basis for information is letters. In the end, how convenient an alphabet is will determine the way for the future.
汉字的意义，音、形、义三个怎么结合？然后第二步，两个汉字、三个汉字结合组合的时候，它的音、形、义应该是什么样一个规律？这是让计算机来处理，而不是说给人识别，是给计算机怎么来处理？两个、三个汉字结合以后，它的音、形、义该怎么理解？
The 21st century is constantly changing. Words are the wings that enable information to soar. What kind of letters are appropriate for information? We can't forget to mention stenography when talking about the speed of letters. The only way to convert the spoken word to written form in real time is shorthand. This is the Subtitled Broadcasting Center, which broadcasts live all day long. The dialogue on the TV programs are converted into written text for deaf viewers. Here, written words come first, and Hangul provides convenience and speed. The hands seem to be dancing on the keyboards. The general typing speed is 200 strokes per minute. With equal written and spoken word speed, the viewers start getting dizzy.
저희는 분당 한 300자에서 350자 정도 치는데요. 타수로 하면 한 1,500타 정도 될 거예요.
그게 가능한가요?
저희는 듣는 대로 바로바로 치기 때문에 가능하거든요.
그 일반 키보드로 하면은 한 자를 하면 모음, 자음, 뭐 동상 해가지고 한 3타 정도를 치는데 저희는 그게 한 타에 한 글자나 한 단어 뭐 한 문장까지도 한 번에 나올 수가 있거든요. 그러니까
The input speed of Hangul is 7 times faster than Chinese or Japanese. However, there is an even faster method than the two-face keyboard.
이벌식은 여러분들이 일반적으로 보시는 그 키보드가 바로 이벌식 키보드 스타일인데 초성과 중성 이렇게 두 부분으로만 나눠져 있죠. 그런데 한글은 초성과 중성으로만 글자를 만드는 것이 아니죠. 받침도 있지 않습니까? 이렇다 보니까 이벌식 같은 경우에는 초성 자음을 받침을 칠 때 또다시 사용하게 됩니다. 이렇기 때문에 그것을 이제 글자 문자화 하는 데 있어서 손이 꼬이게 되고 그리고 불편한 부분이 생기게 되죠.
The shorthand typewriter is the three-face keyboard. It operates on the special quality of Hangul, which builds a syllable with separate letters.
예를 들어볼게요. 기역, 초성의 기역, 중성의 아, 종성, 받침의 이응을 동시에 누릅니다. 강.
When using two-face typewriters, you type in the initial, middle, then final sound. But with the three-face writers, you can type in the initial, middle, and final sound all at once. The vowel keys are placed separately, which makes it more convenient. Making the short vowels into double vowels is also easy. The star key will change the vowel with one stroke.
여가 되고요.
To place all 106 letters, signs, and numbers onto a limited keyboard, the simpler the form, the better. Hangul is perfect in this aspect because it only has 24 letters. The two-face keyboard has its consonants on the left, and because the left hand has more keys to type, it tires much more. On the other hand, the three-face keyboard distributes keys equally for both hands, so it's less burdensome for the hands during extended typing. Maximizing efficiency with the least number of keys. The three-face keyboard does just that.
이런 식으로 되죠. 이것이 바로 한글 창제의 원리와 매우 흡사한 부분인데 그 입모양을 따라서 아, 야, 여 등의 모음 글자를 만들어내고 기역, 니은, 디귿 이런 자음의 모양을 만들어냈던 것처럼 이 속기 전문 키보드 역시 바로 그런 과정을 거쳐서 경음을 만들든 격음을 만들어내든 복모음을 만들어내든 이것을 서로 마치 입술과 혀가 그리고 구강 구조가 조화를 이루듯이 그렇게 조합해서 기록하게 돼 있죠.
Another person who has led the way in mechanizing Hangul is Dr. Kong Byung-woo. He campaigned hard for the three-face typewriter in an age of speed.
홍병호 박사님은 남보다 먼저 한글의 원리, 특징, 장점, 또 컴퓨터 이런 거에 알고 깨닫고 선구자죠, 선각자. 다른 사람보다 20, 30년 먼저 그걸 알고서 그것을 실현하려고 하는데 일반 국민이나 정부는 인식을 못해서 고생만 하고 가셨고 이제는 많은 그래도 전문가들은 인식을 하고 있습니다.
Dr. Kong was an ophthalmologist during the days of Japanese colonial rule. He started to take an interest in Hangul when he realized there were no textbooks in Korean. He said it was a national shame and translated Japanese textbooks and even made a Korean eye examination chart. He had so many things to do, but his hands were slow. So in the end, he figured out a way to develop a Korean typewriter. He was less a doctor during those times, taking apart and reassembling typewriters. He was determined to make a Korean typewriter. Finally, the three-face typewriter that embodies the principles of Hangul in many ways was born. It was widely used at the time, but somehow was replaced by the four-face typewriter, and later on in 1985 by the two-face typewriter.
앞으로 우리나라는 한글이 있기 때문에 세계 문화 강국이 될 수밖에 없고 그 시간을 단축하는 방법은 3벌씩 판으로 글자 판으로 입력을 하고 또 조합형으로 출력을 하는 그것이 지름길이라고 누누이 말씀을 하셨습니다.
The two-face typewriter focuses on the typing of the left hand, has only initial and middle letters, and discards the combined form for the completed form. After this, Dr. Gong didn't hesitate to criticize the government, appealing for the reasonable features of the three-face typewriter. The Gongbyung-woo typewriter company disappeared, and production of the three-face keyboard came to a halt. Only the group of people who shared the same vision as Dr. Gong at the time remained. The two-face typewriter is easy to learn, but it confuses the hands and mixes up the final letter with the next initial letter. However, the three-face typewriter is about 3 times as fast. Is it really too late to make changes? In the US, the QWERTY keyboard is slow and complicated, but it still remains dominant over the Dvorak keyboard because the Dvorak was introduced too late. Will people continue to opt for the inconvenience of now, or will they suffer brief confusion to know true efficiency?
타자를 많이 하고 특히나 요즘 이제 채팅이라든가 컴퓨터를 글 쓰는 것을 즐기는 사람들은 조금만 그 경험을 해보면은 두벌식 자판이 불편하다는 것을 알아요. 게다가 그것이 뭐 한글에 태생적으로 뭐 불편한 문자고 뭐 일본어, 중국어 입력하듯이 입력하는 그런 문자라면 모르겠는데 그런 겪지 않아도 되는 불편을 겪고 있다는 거예요.
The two-face typewriter recognizes Hangul as a completing process. And the three-face typewriter recognizes it as a combining process. Each letter stands alone and comes together to form words, so it is possible to input the initial, middle, and final letter one by one, or all together. With the two-face keyboard, you have to rewrite a syllable when it is incorrect, but the three-face keyboard allows you to correct each letter individually. Members of the Club for Three-Face Keyboard users try hard to inform people of the convenience of three-face typewriters, and they feel sorry for people who are still unaware of it.
세벌식 자판이 표준이 아니기 때문에 키보드 회사에서 세벌식 자판을 생산하지 않고 그렇기 때문에 시중에서 구할 수가 없어요. 저도 그렇기 때문에 어떤 분들이 뜨리는 분들이 만든 이 스티커를 얻어갖고 지금 연습하기 위해서 붙이고 있어요.
The passion of an old scholar who spent the latter part of his life mechanizing and digitalizing Hangul, Dr. Kong predicted that Hangul would shine at the dawn of the computer age.
우리가 한글을 가졌다는 것은 축복이고 자랑입니다. 세종대왕께서는 한글을 만들어 주셨고 공병호 박사는 그 한글을 어떻게 잘 이용할 것인가 방법과 길을 알려주고 돌아가셨습니다. 이제 우리는 그 한글을 어떻게 잘 이용할 것이냐 고민할 시점에 왔다고 봅니다.
Dr. Kong was confident in saying that the excellence of the Hangul language will lead Korea to the top of the 21st century's IT world. The information age has us experiencing the value of Hangul every day. And Dr. Kong's three-face typewriter is still very efficient. Hangul, the only alphabet in the world which records its inventor and principles. 560 years ago, King Sejong invented Hangul for people suffering from the lack of a national language. The purpose was to create an alphabet that could be used and learned easily and conveniently. The first element is the vowel system. It embodies nature in its form, as the sky is a dot, and the many lowly hills have become the horizontal line. Man stands on the ground, and the vertical line becomes the standard that marks all things in the universe. The dots and the horizontal and vertical lines all come together to form a vowel. The 10 basic vowels that are the middle sounds can take different forms, depending on how they're combined. The 10 basic vowels embody the universe and the world. The initial and final consonants were also created on scientific principles. Five consonants were formed in the shape of the vocal organs, and they are each based on different organs. Kiok depicts the shape of the mouth. Gu. Kiok is called the molar teeth sound and depicts the shape of the tongue and vocal cords. Niun is sounded from the tongue and is shaped in the way the tongue curves. Du. Mium is shaped like the lips in a square. Bu. Kiok, Niun, Mium, Shiot, Iung. These five consonants can also be combined to make new consonants. The molar teeth sounds are more closed-sounded, and so they each get an extra line. All consonants become a new sound with the addition of an extra line. The end result is 14 letters. Jeffrey Sampson, a linguist at the University of Leeds, noted that the process of deriving a letter from the same root is remarkably scientific and systematic, and is one of a kind. On the other hand, none of the Roman letters have an individual relation to each other. Another attractive feature of Hangul, which is called the most highly developed of all sound-based alphabets, is that it is easy to learn. It is said that a wise man could even learn it within one morning, and even a layman could learn it within 10 days. We experimented with how quickly foreigners who encounter Hangul for the first time would be able to read and write. Today is the first time these people have seen Hangul.
한글은 아주 과학적입니다. The Hangul is very scientific language. So, the King Sejong think.
The first lesson for the students is about how Hangul was invented.
세종대왕이 만들었어요.
The students all have their unique reasons for learning the language. Some because they like Korea, some for their job, and some for their love of Korean films. The vowels of Hangul, which were created by bringing together a circle and horizontal and vertical lines.
From the horizon.
1 makes 2 and 2 makes 3. The principles are so simple.
O입니다.
It may look difficult, but once you understand the process of building words, it is the most interesting language in the world.
아주 잘했습니다.
So how much have the students learned after one session? The lesson now moves on to consonants.
기역.
While other alphabets are formed over a period of a few thousand years, Hangul was created over a period of 10 years.
모든 자음은 이렇게 보컬 올간 모양으로 만들었습니다.
It was only in the 20th century that the West started to study the relation between vocal organs and letters. Korea was 500 years ahead, as they invented an alphabet based on the relations between sounds and letters.
자, 우리 letter.
The consonants and vowels come together to form a syllable, and one sound equals one letter.
It's a letter. 니은, 아, 나. 잘했어요. 이거 자 만들어 보세요. 다.
With any combination of vowels and consonants, there will be only one sound in Hangul. In English, the letters are separate from sound, so there is a need for more than 100 phonetic symbols.
네, 잘하셨어요. 자, 그러면 우리
Hangul letters are, by themselves, phonetic letters.
네.
The foreigners are starting to learn quickly.
구, 누, 두, 루, 무, 구, 수.
네, 아주 잘했어요. 잘하셨습니다.
아마 2시간 정도면 쓰고 읽을 수 있어요. 물론 발음이 어렵기 때문에 발음을 잘 할 수 있도록 하는 데에는 시간이 좀 걸리지만 쓰고 읽는 것은 2시간이면 됩니다.
Now it's time for a simple test. Just how many will pass?
자, 읽어보세요.
They weren't very smooth readers, but everyone passed.
읽어보세요. 잘했어요.
Now the students are becoming more confident.
First we put consonant and second we put vowels and to make a Korean letter.
Right.
Yeah. For example, first we put like na, non, nian, and and make a na. Like
right.
this.
Perfect.
Oh, I've never learned it before, so this is all like really new. A, O, U, Ya, Yo, U, E.
Wow.
How long? How long? 3 hours. I started this morning at 9. 3 hours.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Koreans generally don't experience much difficulty with literacy, thanks to Hangul. What does Hangul mean to children? This is a group of children who just began studying Korean. In step with the digital age, there are educational Hangul programs that teach the principle of combining consonants and vowels through computer games. It took a 2-year process to complete the game based on the principles of its invention.
컴퓨터를 하면서 생각하기 쉬워서 좋아요.
While playing games of forming syllables with their hands and eyes, kids naturally learn the language. As if predicting the future, King Sejong showed his love for the people in the form of an easy-to-learn language that was to be passed down through the generations.
한 달 정도 지난 다음에는 받침이 없는 한글을 읽어 내려갈 정도로 그러니까 각각의 그 음가를 이해하는 그 시스템이 참 좋았던 것 같아요. 그걸 굳이 제가 시키지 않아도 스스로 그 학습을 해내더라고요. 그 속에서. 네.
Experts say that this educational program presents the scientific principles of Hangul in a fun and easy way. Also, the use of familiar cartoon characters fit for the children's level has helped learners feel more comfortable. King Sejong had wished for a fuller life for his people through the popularization of a national alphabet. You could say his wish came true.
한글을 떼는 애들은 3개월에서 6개월이면은 충분히 모든 우리 글자를 읽고 쓸 수 있게 됩니다. 이게 가능했던 거는 한글이 과학적으로 만들어졌기 때문에 그리고 그런 소리 원리에 의해서 만들어졌기 때문에 가능한 일이라고 생각이 됩니다.
Hangul represents the creative spirit of Korea. It was thanks to Hangul that Korea was able to create a unique culture and lively spirit of its own.
돌려도 상관없어요. 임의 지점에다가 꼭 이렇게 관통하도록 찌르세요. 그런 다음에 그 관통 지점에서 만나는 이제 글자가 나올 거예요. 그걸 일단 적어놓으세요. 이것을 5번 하겠습니다.
Here's an experiment to find the best ways to popularize and mechanize Hangul and English.
그 다음 페이지도 또 동그라미를.
This experiment uses common materials like newspapers and textbooks. After stacking them on top of each other, we punch a hole through the stack. We then collect the letters that were in the place of the hole. Words are separated into vowels and consonants as their frequency is measured. The same test is done for English. You put a hole through the newspaper to see which letter is used most frequently. The Roman alphabet and Hangul both have sound-based letters with minimum length syllables. How are they different?
무작위 추출 방식을 통해서 어느 문자가 많이 나오느냐, 이 이른바 쓰임새 찾기율이라고 합니다. 그리고 영어로는 엔트로피라고 하는데 이것을 분석함으로써 정보기구를 설계하거나 또 다른 문자와 우열을 비교하는 하나의 지표를 산출하는데 대단히 유용한 파라메타로 사용되는 것입니다.
The results of the experiment show the initial, middle, and final letters in order, and the vowels and consonants were precisely distributed in alternating order. On the other hand, the written and spoken letters are different in English, so the distribution of vowels are irregular. For example, consonant-consonant-vowel or vowel-vowel-consonant. The more regular the distribution of vowels and consonants, the better the keys can be placed for easier and more rhythmic typing. It can be made into an information inputting tool with better speed. The speed of input equals the speed of an information search, which leads to storage size and ultimately a competitive edge in the age of information. In other words, Hangul is the perfect alphabet for the digital age.
대체로 한글에 비해서 양손자판이나 키보드라고 그러죠. 거기에 비해서 약 15%. 그다음에 영문 핸드폰 자판의 경우에는 40%의 효율이 저하된다는 것으로 나타나고 있습니다. 이와 같은 교대 분포가 나오는 이유는 정음이라 해서 이름 일자 표기의 원칙이 철저히 지켜졌기 때문에 나타나는 현상인데 이런 것들이 음성인식이나 차세대의 인터넷 또는 정보화에서 대단히 중요한 역할을 할 수가 있는 거죠.
To achieve precise vocal symbols, King Sejong first reorganized music and its basic notes. A basic set of keys did not exist at the time, so the king ordered the establishment of a standard key. The instrument was the pyeongyong. During this process, it was discovered that King Sejong had perfect pitch. The error on the ninth stone sound hadn't even been noticed by the palace's music master, but King Sejong corrected it just by hearing it.
종 뭐 크기라든가 이런 거에 따라서 음높이 차이가 있고요. 물론 이게 중간음이 약간 고음이 섞이긴 있지만은 아마 이거 잘못돼가지고 이걸 바로 잡아줬을 거예요. 기본음이 존재하기 때문에. 그래서 기본음은 분명히 우리가 단계적으로 뭐 솔, 라, 라샵이 되든지 이런 순서로 이루어지게 되고요. 그래서 실제 고음 부분이 더 강하게 이 부분에서 들리지만 실제 기본음은 요거보다는 이게 더 낮게 들린다는 거예요. 들어보면 좀 고음으로 들리긴 해요. 그래서 그걸 아마 바로 잡아주지 않았겠느냐.
King Sejong could distinguish 1/3 of a difference of an octave between two notes.
요거하고 근데 기본음은 분명히 요게 낮고 그다음 순으로 이렇게 돼 있죠. 근데 실제 소리가 여기 조금 더 강하게 들리기 때문에 그래서 처음에 못 모르고 혼돈을 했을 수도 있어요. 그런데 이거를 이제 세종대왕이 바로 잡았다니까 그게 지극히 과학적으로 기에 의해서만 그 소리를 바로 잡아줬다. 대단한 거죠.
King Sejong achieved the basic keys he needed through the pyeongyong, reorganizing the music sheets, and began inventing the Hangul alphabet. It was his philosophy that the sounds fit for this land would comfort the people. Finally, in his 25th year as king, King Sejong's efforts culminated in the completion of Hangul. The flute is a good example of Hangul's proximity to acoustics. Out of the 12 musical scale notes, Korea selects 5 notes, and Western music uses 7 notes. Each part of the flute is similar to a person's vocal cords. The 17-centimeter long sound from the vocal cords to the mouth is the same as the length between the mouthpiece and the body.
음악에서의 12분할을 중에서 5음을 취한 것이 5음계고 서양에서는 7음계라고 하듯이 음성에서 5분할을 12분할 중에서 5개를 취한 것을 각각 아설, 순치, 후음이라고 말하죠. 따라서 이 비율들은 같은 소리를 계량 계측하는 비율이기 때문에 동일한 비율로 볼 수가 있습니다. 이것이 음악과 음성에서의 정음 비율이라고 말하는 것입니다.
Hangul itself is acoustics, and it is fit to speak and write all things on earth. In the age of voice recognition, Hangul has met a new wave of informatization.
싱싱 노래방.
Toy dolls serve as great playthings and even teachers for children.
양치기 소년.
The evolution of toys has proved amazing, and now computers and humans can even converse.
Where's the thumbkin?
이 인형 트윙키에서는 음성 인식률이 95% 정도 되고 있습니다. 이 95%라고 하는 수치는 어떤 사람이 한 단어에 대해서 100번을 말했을 때 95번은 이제 정확하게 인식을 한다는 그런 경우가 되겠습니다.
남성.
The evolution of systems is changing our lives.
전자.
We may not have to wait long to see robots that sympathize with humans and share their joy. How far has Korea's voice recognition research progressed?
음성 인식 기술의 개발 연도로만 보면 우리나라 한참 뒤쳐져 있어요. 다른 나라는 뭐 20년 전 뭐 이때부터 벌써 개발을 했던 거고 우리는 이제 10년이 아직 안 됐어요. 한 10년 정도 된 것 같아요. 그럼에도 불구하고 우리가 그렇게 쫓아갈 수 있다는 거, 그 다음에 그 사람보다 더 나은 정도의 시스템까지 왔다는 게 그게 굉장히 괄목할 만하죠, 진짜. 아인슈타인.
아인슈타인 페이지를 여는 중이야.
Now is the voice digital age. But the truth is, there aren't many letters that can actually be recognized by machines. There is still much room for development.
아리랑 TV 사이트를 여는 중이야.
A world in which conversations are shared with computers. This is an important time for Hangul to shine. The digital age of text messages with cell phones is now on its way out, and a ubiquitous quality of life is the new slogan of the times. Ubiquitous means omnipresent, all the time, like water or air. A technological era merging humans, virtual reality, and reality is almost here.
매출에 필요한 유용한 정보들 역시 음성 명령 통해서 쉽게 확인하실 수가 있습니다. 추천 의상.
오늘 일정에 어울리는 추천 의상입니다.
King Sejong provided us with this simple, convenient set of letters, and Hangul has been born again on the information highway, leading us to the future. A group of young people from 4 countries, Korea, China, the US, and Japan.
제가 동물 소리를 들려드릴 테니까요. 잘 들어보세요.
This is an experiment showing the correspondence between written and spoken words. How do different countries hear and express words? Humans differ in how they take in what they hear depending on the environment they live in. This is called perception cognition. This time they are to read what they have heard and written down.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
꽝꽝 꽝꽝 구엉왕 구엉왕 왕왕 왕왕 월왕 월왕 왕왕 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 왕왕.
Hangul is the alphabet with the largest capacity to record phonetic sounds. While Hangul can express 8,800 sounds, Chinese expresses 400 and Japanese 300. This is a 20-fold difference.
중국에서는 이 발음상 사성을 쓰고 있기 때문에 동일한 소리일지라도 어떤 변화를 주느냐, 올렸다 내렸다, 또 그냥 위에서 내렸다, 또 일정하게 유지하느냐, 밑에서 올렸다, 뭐 이런 변화에 따라 가지고 의미가 달라져요. 그러다 보니까 이 발음을 하는데 약하게 했다가 올렸다가 또 약하게 했다가 올리는 이런 사성의 변화를 주고 있다는 거죠.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
꽝꽝 꽝꽝 구엉왕 구엉왕.
English is a sound-based language like Hangul, so the problem is easily solved. The Japanese alphabet is complicated to begin with, so the end result is a different sound from the original. The most similar results were shown by Hangul and English. Dr. Bay says that this experiment shows that Hangul's pronunciation, which is flat and without accents, is more efficient in relaying sounds.
동일한 어떤 모양의 기호는, 즉 하나의 모양은 하나의 발음을 낼 수가 있고, 이 하나의 발음은 액센트가 가해지든 안 가해지든 동일한 음가를 가진다. 즉 일성일자의 원칙, 정음의 원칙이 그대로 지켜진다. 이렇기 때문에 이것을 우리는 정보, 모든 다양한 정보를 과학적으로 표식화하고 기호화하는데 아주 우수한 이런 그 글자의 표현이라고 이야기할 수 있겠습니다.
The future forecasts the existence of robots for sure. This is the KAIST Robot Research Team, the best-known research center in robotics in Korea. Dr. Oh Jun-ho is an authoritative expert in voice recognition and robots. Korea started later than Japan, which has been dubbed the Robot Kingdom, but he who seeks shall find, and Korea is now 6th in the world for robotics. At this point, what determines the future of the field is voice recognition.
지능 로봇, 서비스 로봇은 사람과 함께하는 로봇입니다. 사람과 대화하기 위해서는 우리 가장 중요한 게 음성 수단이죠. 그래서 과거에는 마우스를 이용한다든가 키보드를 이용한다든가 했지만 이제는 우리가 직접 말로 명령을 내려야 됩니다. 그래서 음성 인식이 지능 로봇 분야에서 가장 기본적이면서도 중요한 분야라고 우리가 보고 있습니다.
Humanoid robots are the embodiment of integrated technology. Many nations are now fully involved with developing intelligent robots or service-providing robots. For robots that have been designed to live with humans, words are a means for mutual response and communication.
휴보, 한국식 큰절 인사.
It's really glad to meet you.
Just how well the robot selects words from the conversation with humans, and just how well the robot communicates, is the key to voice recognition.
영어나 중국어가 한 글자가 여러 개의 발성 구조를 갖고 있는데 반해서 한글과 같은 경우는 하나의 단어는 낯글자는 하나의 발성으로 모델링이 되고 있습니다. 특히 음성 인식과 같은 경우에는 글을 인식하는 것이 아니라 실질적으로 음향학적인 말을 인식하는 것이기 때문에 말과 글의 일치성이 얼마나 탁월하냐가 결국 음성 인식 시스템의 정도를 표현할 수 있는 기준이 되겠죠.
I'll show one of the famous martial art, Tai Chi. Please.
Currently, Hubo can understand about 100 different words. That is, he can put them together, analyze them, and identify them with the person's intention. There is a 10% error rate, but we have an intelligent robot that can understand 90% of what we say and answer us. In a world where robots live among humans, Hubo has shown us again the value of Hangul.
세종은 발성 신호에 따라서 정확하게 그 비율에 따라서 문자화 했기 때문에 알파벳에 비해서 정보 이론이나 정보 기구 구성에서 대등하거나 또는 보다 우월한 위치에 있었기 때문에 우리가 IT의 강국으로 가는 과정에서 가장 강력한 도구가 되었다고 할 수가 있겠죠. 즉, 전 세계의 언어들을 정음을 기준으로 해서 표기하고 이것을 기준 언어로 한다고 하면 정보 시스템이나 또는 중간 언어로서의 역할이 크게 기대가 되기 때문에 IT 시대, 문자 IT 시대에서 우리가 앞서갔지만 음성 정보화 시대에서는 또 한 번 도약할 수 있는 그런 빛나는 문화유산을 가진 그러한 저력 있는 문자라고 생각합니다.
In the future, language will become an important competitive tool. 14 consonants, 10 vowels. These 24 digital symbols are transforming the lives of Koreans. An age of information, the digital age. Hangul has provided us with the infrastructure to become a cultural nation with a less than 1% illiteracy rate. Hangul, righteous sounds that have taught its people. King Sejong promised a convenient and easy alphabet for his people 560 years ago. 560 years later, Hangul promises us once again a different kind of future. Hangul undergoes a second rebirth as a global language.
문화 상품으로서 한글만한 위대한 게 없다고 생각을 하거든요.
In the 21st century, languages have become powerful economic tools. Hangul, Letters of Innovation. Episode 2, a new Korean brand, Hangul. Hangul is now a marketable asset.
식기 전해주세요.